What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy weekend, or happy Sunday, I should say. Oh my gosh, tomorrow's Monday again. But I'm excited because this is Christmas week and I've got a few appointments coming up, but I'm going to be spending Christmas weekend with my family, so I am definitely looking forward to that. So I want to talk to you guys about the first Spider-Man. So in light of the Spider-Man craziness that has been happening with this recent Spider-Man No Way Home, we decided to just kind of go back and take a look at all of the other Spider-Mans before it. So I saw Spider-Man a long time ago, the one with Tobey McGuire. I think the movie came out in 2002. I was in college back then, and I think I was over a decade ago. But it was nice to see it again, you guys. It was so nice to see it again. And of course, you know, who knew to do a reaction to that back then? But I just want to give you guys my reaction to the movie now. So I enjoyed watching it again. I didn't remember it too much because I believe I only saw it once or maybe twice. And even with that, I didn't I didn't remember it the way I remember movies now. But it was so nice to see. First of all, he looked so nerdy and young back then, and to kind of see him now in No Way Home, I was like, man, like he was really young back then. But it was so funny, like the movie, to just see him be so nerdy, and you know, him and his friend Harry. It was nice to see the dynamic of them trying to talk to MJ, and MJ just kind of being a little nonchalant about the situation, you know. But it was nice and refreshing to kind of see where everything really all started. So with them going on the field trip and going to the museum and seeing the spider exhibit, and you know, him being bit by the spider, and it was almost like one of those things where, dude, you're nerdy and you love science, so you would have thought, of course this is a movie, but you know, seeing him get bitten like that, you would have thought like, oh my god, this spider might be poisonous, let me go get checked out. No, you're gonna go home and tell your aunt and your uncle that you're just going to bed and you don't feel well. Meanwhile, you're upstairs transforming the whole time, having hot flashes with this big spider bite on your hand. And it was one of those things where I'm just like, man, but I just have to remember, you know, it's a movie, whatever. Seeing the CGI in this movie, it was so weird compared to what we see now. Like, you can really see the CGI in this one, in the Spider-Man, like when they're up in the air or when he's flying MJ around. It's just like, really? Did you really land like that? Did you, you know what I mean? But it was still fun to watch. It was fun when they introduced Mr. Jameson from the Bugle, the Daily Bugle. Oh my gosh, he's hilarious, but he gets on my nerves. Like, he gets on my nerves and he makes me laugh all at the same time. So seeing them introduce him is hilarious, you know, just kind of looking back and seeing that all over again, and the way that he just is with his persona, his character. It's just an ongoing annoying comedy. Like, it really, really is. To me, Kirsten Dunst is a really, really good actress, but I find myself saying she talks like she's floating. Like, she has this thing about her when she speaks, and she's like dreamy, and you know, the dynamic of there. You know, I gotta say, just watching Spider-Man, I did see the one with Andrew Garfield too, but I don't remember that one. So I'm going to be watching all of them, of course, in light of this recent Spider-Man No Way Home. But I gotta say, like, in the Spider-Man No Way Home, the relationship between Peter Parker and MJ, it was very high schoolish. It was not romantic. It was very cautious. It was very, you know, very protected, very, you know, just not, I couldn't engage with them the way we engaged with Peter Parker and MJ in the other movies. I don't know if you guys felt the same way about that, but I found myself kind of not into their love story in No Way Home and a previous Spider-Man. But the other ones with Tobey McGuire and Andrew Garfield, you can kind of be part of that relationship. You can kind of feel it. You know what I mean? But that's just me. You can, guys, let me know if you feel the same or not. So then when Peter Parker starts to kind of realize that he's got these powers and these, he can web things. It was so funny when he was standing on top of the building and he was just throwing up all these signs trying to web and doing all this and trying to figure out how to do what he does, So that was really funny. So I liked him, I liked seeing how everything started. I like seeing how, everything came out of him. There was no mechanics. There was no machines. It was him getting bit by a spider. Now he has all of this. Now, we also find out, the birth of Green Goblin and the craziness that they go through when they convert into who they are. And the part that I did remember that something happens to Uncle Ben. I thought it was different. I almost felt like something happened to him while he was in the car and Peter Parker saw it. But it didn't happen that way. Uncle Ben actually got shot outside by the robber that he allowed to run off with because homeboy didn't give him the money from the wrestling match. So that was kind of messed up. That really pulled on my heartstrings. I was just like, oh, man. But from there with the other movies, it was nice to kind of see that they kept the dynamic of telling Peter Parker that with his great gift comes great responsibility, or something to that effect, and I kind of like that they kind of kept that in there with every single phase of Spider-Man that went by. So other than that, I found myself kind of like yelling at the TV, and I forgot how hard to get Peter Parker and MJ were, because it's like, you guys aren't telling each other what you feel about each other. But yeah, you guys know the story. I just wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on it. It was a really fun movie to watch, and I enjoyed watching it again now, over a decade later, just to kind of look back at everything. And, with me, I never really followed comics, so I don't know the core aspect of where Spider-Man came from and all this other stuff. I only know them from the movies. Overall, I give it 4 toodles, only because it's a dated movie. I really did enjoy it though, but you could really see the CGI in it and stuff like that, and but I was engaged in all the characters, and I really enjoyed it from the beginning to end. So I'm going to give you guys my review on Spider-Man 2, and I'm just going to kind of give you guys my take on all the ones before No Way Home. So there you guys have it. 4 toodles for Spider-Man. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you guys felt when you saw the movie. If you guys saw it now, how you guys feel about the difference between what we see in the movies now and what we saw back then. Did you like the way that they portrayed Peter Parker? Do you like it now, with Tom Holland? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later. Toodles!